Hey everyone, welcome to That's Good Denver. I'm your host Chris Romeo, and today I'll be breaking down the Broncos' 32-23 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders this past Sunday. I'm recording this on Thursday, right before the Broncos game night against the Colts, but might as well break down the Raiders game now. Yeah, it was a high-scoring game. Josh Jacobs had a huge game against us. Two touchdowns, 144 yards. I'm not bitter about it, but he had a good game. Couldn't really stop the run. But Russell Wilson had a good game. Two touchdown passes and rushing touchdown, even though he kind of was inconsistent in the second half, taking a lot of sacks. Um, yeah, game starts off with Las Vegas gets the ball first to start the game. 0-0. They go down the field. Derek Carr finds Davante Adams for a good back shoulder pass on third down. Gets them in the field goal range. That drive stalls out as Derek Carr tries to find Davante Adams again in the end zone, but Patrick Surtain knocks the ball away, and that holds the Raiders to a field goal on that drive. Then Broncos get the ball. They get a first down, then have to punt it after a Russell Wilson sack. I think Max Crosby got to him. Broncos punt. Then Raiders go 3-and-out inside their own 10, so they have to punt it away. Then they punt it to Williams. Williams fields it at the 50-yard line, gets it up to the Las Vegas 35. Great starting field position for the Broncos. Then Russell Wilson finds Eric Saubert for a first down to the 10-yard line. Then on third and goal from the 5, Russell Wilson drops back, fires a strike to Courtland Sutton in the back of the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown pass that puts the Broncos up for their first lead of the game, 7-3. Raiders get the ball back. They go right down the field. Derek Carr gets a couple good passes, and Josh Jacobs gets a 10-yard rushing touchdown. That gives the Raiders the lead back 10-7. We get the ball back. We drive it down the field. Russell Wilson finds Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy a couple of good throws. That drive stalls, unfortunately, inside the red zone. Luckily, we get a field goal from Brandon McManus to tie the game at 10-10. Then Raiders get the ball. They go 3-and-out. We get the ball back, start to drive it down the field. Melvin Gordon, Broncos are at the 40-yard line of Las Vegas. Handed off to Melvin Gordon. This probably cost us the game. Melvin Gordon fumbles, picked up by a Raiders defender. He takes to the house for a 70-yard fumble return for a touchdown. That puts Las Vegas up 16-10. They miss the extra point. We get the ball back, 3 minutes left in the first half. Russell Wilson drives it down the field, looking good. Then on first down and 10 with a minute left, Russell Wilson finds Jerry Jeudy in the end zone for a great catch and touchdown. Jerry Jeudy catches at the one, slides into the end zone. That ties the game 16-16, Russell Wilson's second touchdown pass of the game. Extra point was missed on a high snap, so for all you know, the game is tied 16-16. But that drive, the bad thing about that drive is the Raiders get the ball back with too much time, a minute and 20 left, all 3 timeouts. Derek Carr goes down the field, gets a good run and down to the Broncos 20 with 8 seconds left, and Daniel Carlson hits a field goal with 4 seconds left to take us to halftime with a 19-16 Raiders lead over the Broncos and a high-scoring first half. Then start the second half. Broncos get a first down or so. Then Russell Wilson takes a sack on third down. I think that was Max Crosby again. Broncos have to punt. Raiders go down the field. Finds Davante Adams on a couple of good throws. But that drive stalls in the red zone. And the Raiders have to settle for a field goal. Their lead gets pushed to 22-16 as that field goal is good. Broncos get the ball back. Can't really do anything with it. Russell Wilson gets pressure on him, looking a little inconsistent. Raiders get the ball back. They go 3-and-out. After we go 3-and-out again, Raiders get the ball back. They drive it down the field. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, Derek Carr hands it off to Josh Jacobs. He eats up some yards. Luckily, that drive stalls out in the red zone, and Raiders kick another field goal, put them up 25-16 with about 9 minutes left. Then Russell Wilson, on a 1st and 30, finds Courtland Sutton for about a 20-yard gain. Then on the very next play, Russell Wilson drops back, throws a high, deep ball down the field, caught by KJ Hamler inside the 5-yard line. That make it 1st and goal for the Broncos. Very next play, Russell Wilson play action, rollout, runs it in the end zone for a touchdown. That puts the Broncos back in the game 25-23 with 6.5 minutes left. You'd think our defense would have plenty of time to stop them. We get the ball back to try to set up a game-winning drive for Denver. Instead, on third down, Derek Carr finds Darren runs it for a first down, actually. They started to eat up the clock. Then Josh Jacobs goes to work, runs it down the field. Then first and goal with 2 minutes left. That's our last chance to stop them, try to get the ball back for a game-winning drive. Josh Jacobs runs it in for a touchdown. That puts Raiders up 32-23 at the 2-minute warning. We get the ball back on 4th and 5. Russell Wilson scrambles, throws it downfield, and Mike Boone drops it, our backup running back that was in for Javonte Williams. And that would have kept the game alive, chance to go down the field again with an onside kick, but Raiders get the ball back and they kneel it, and that ends the game. That's how the Broncos lose 32-23 and drop to 2-2. So the good thing is Russell Wilson finally looked good in this game. The bad thing, other than us losing, is Randy Gregory got hurt. He's going to be out 2 to 6 weeks. Javonte Williams, a lot of you heard, is out for the season with a torn ACL. It didn't even look like he was hurt that badly. And, it's just a couple big injuries for us. We're going to be relying on Melvin Gordon and Mike Boone. We assigned Latavius Murray, thankfully. We won't be playing tonight. We signed Latavius Murray, so we'll have Melvin Gordon, Mike Boone probably going at it in the Colts game. Then Latavius Murray will hopefully mix in soon, with the Javonte Williams injury. But yeah, we're 2-2. Chiefs are 3-1 top of the division. We're tied with the Chargers 2-2, and the Raiders got their first win against us. But yeah, it's a tough loss. Josh Jacobs had a big game. He's definitely the reason why he's part of the reason why they won, and Melvin Gordon's fumble is part of the reason why we lost. It's a tough way to lose. Broncos had 2-2 though, with a big game against the Colts coming up. This is going to be a get-right game for both the Colts and the Broncos. But yeah, that's the breakdown of the loss to the Raiders. We'll still play them again in November for our game of revenge when we play them at home Mile High in November. Yeah, tonight's game's in Mile High in Denver. Colts, Broncos in Power Field. Hopefully we get the dub. But yeah, that's it, everybody. I'm Chris Romeo, and that's good Denver.